It starts the same way every time. A person goes for a walk, a flight disappears from the radar, a ship sails into calm waters and never returns. No screams, no wreckage, no clues, just silence. Across the planet, there are places where people vanish as if the earth itself swallows them whole. These disappearances defy logic, mock investigation, and leave behind only one question: where did they go? These are the places where people vanished without a trace. The Bermuda Triangle. Stretching between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico lies one of Earth's most infamous mysteries, the Bermuda Triangle. For over a century, ships and planes have vanished here, swallowed by an invisible force that refuses explanation. In 1945, Flight 19, 5 U.S. Navy bombers, took off on a routine training mission. Minutes later, radio contact began to fail. The leader's voice grew confused. "We can't find the horizon," he said before the signal cut out. The rescue plane sent to find them also disappeared. 6 aircraft, 27 men, gone. Since then, dozens of ships have vanished in clear weather, with no mayday calls, no debris, nothing. Scientists suggest magnetic anomalies, methane gas, or violent weather. But survivors who've narrowly escaped describe instruments spinning out of control and compasses pointing nowhere. The ocean is deep, but this mystery feels bottomless. Some believe it's a gateway, a portal where time and physics warp. Others say it's a stretch of ocean that simply doesn't forgive mistakes. Whatever the truth, the Bermuda Triangle remains the most famous graveyard without graves. Bennington Triangle. In the quiet woods of Vermont lies another triangle, smaller but just as chilling. Locals call it the Bennington Triangle. Between 1945 and 1950, 5 people vanished here without leaving a single trace. It began with a 74-year-old hunter, then a college student, a war veteran, a young boy, and finally, a hiker named Paula Weldon. Paula went for a walk along a trail one cold December afternoon, wearing a bright red coat that should have made her easy to spot. Dozens of searchers combed the area for weeks. No tracks, no torn clothing, no scent for the dogs to follow. To this day, her disappearance remains unsolved. Locals claim the mountain itself is cursed, that it takes people every few decades as an offering. Some hikers report strange lights in the sky, eerie voices in the woods, and sudden disorientation, as if the forest itself changes shape. The Bennington Triangle doesn't roar with waves or thunder. Its silence is its weapon, the kind that swallows you whole and never spits you back out. Lake Angikuni. In 1930, fur trapper Joe LaBelle discovered an Inuit village on Lake Angikuni eerily deserted. Fires still burned, meals were half-cooked, and rifles were untouched. Yet every villager had vanished. Even the sled dogs lay dead, still tied to their posts. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police investigated, but found no footprints, no signs of struggle, and no storm damage. Some believe the villagers fled from a terrifying unknown force. Others point to reports of glowing blue orbs drifting over the lake that same night. To this day, no one knows what truly happened on that frozen shore, a mystery forever sealed beneath the silence of the Arctic. The Flannan Isles Lighthouse. Off the coast of Scotland stands the lonely Flannan Isles Lighthouse, battered by wind and waves. In December 1900, a passing ship noticed the light was out. When a rescue crew arrived days later, the lighthouse was empty. 3 keepers had vanished. Dinner was half-eaten, chairs were overturned, and 1 raincoat was still hanging on the hook, meaning 1 man left without even preparing for the storm. The logbook told a disturbing story. Violent winds, strange noises, and an entry reading, "The storm has passed, and all is calm." God is over all, but weather records showed no storm that week. Some say a massive wave swept them into the sea. Others believe something far stranger happened. A mass panic, a supernatural encounter, or even a time slip. To this day, the Flannan Isles are a place where the wind howls a little too long, as if repeating the names of those lost forever. The San Luis Valley. Dubbed America's Bermuda Triangle, Colorado's San Luis Valley is a hotspot for disappearances, strange lights, and aircraft vanishing from radar. Since the 1960s, locals have reported mutilated cattle, glowing orbs, and compasses spinning out of control. In 1980, pilot Granger Taylor claimed he was leaving to join the aliens. His truck was later found exploded, but he was gone. Some blame secret military tests. Others believe it's an electromagnetic vortex that warps reality. Whatever the cause, the valley remains one of the most mysterious and unsettling regions in America. A place where people, planes, and even time itself seem to vanish into thin air. Hoia Baciu Forest. In Transylvania, the land of Dracula, lies the eerie Hoia Baciu Forest, known as the Bermuda Triangle of Europe. Locals whisper that people who enter never return. Its trees twist unnaturally, compasses spin wildly, and devices fail. In 1968, Emil Barnea photographed a UFO hovering above the woods, sparking tales of lost time and mysterious burns on hikers. At its heart lies a perfect circular clearing where nothing grows and no animals dare enter. Scientists remain baffled by the soil and strange electromagnetic readings, while locals believe it's a gateway, a portal that swallows those who step too close. The Great Smoky Mountains. The Great Smoky Mountains. National Park, straddling North Carolina and Tennessee, is known for its beauty and its disappearances. The most famous case is Dennis Martin, a 6-year-old boy who vanished in 1969 while playing hide-and-seek with his family. Search teams scoured the forest for weeks. Over 1,000 people joined, including Green Berets. Not a footprint, not a scrap of clothing, nothing. Theories range from wild animals to human abduction to something unexplainable. Nearby hikers reported hearing a terrible scream that day, followed by silence. Over the years, others have gone missing in the same region, with search dogs refusing to track the scent or collapsing in fear. The Smokies may be beautiful, but they carry an edge, a sense that something ancient still watches from the fog. The mystery of missing 411. Researcher David Paulides noticed something strange. A global pattern of disappearances in national parks and remote areas. People vanish suddenly, often near water or granite fields, sometimes with clothes neatly folded nearby or found miles away from where they went missing. The disappearances share eerie similarities. No scent trails for dogs, missing shoes, sudden weather changes, and complete radio silence. From Yosemite to the Canadian wilderness, it's as if certain parts of nature have rules we don't understand. Invisible doors that open only for those who stumble too close. Whether it's geography, magnetic fields, or something beyond science, these clusters suggest the world still holds places where logic bends and people are erased. These places remind us that the world isn't fully mapped. There are still corners where reason falters, and the unknown still reigns. For every mystery solved, a dozen more wait in the shadows. Forests, valleys, and oceans that hold their secrets tight. Maybe one day, we'll find the answers. Or maybe, like the people who vanished, The truth will stay hidden forever, lost between worlds, waiting in the silence. If you want to keep exploring the dark corners of our planet, where the impossible becomes real and history hides what it can't explain, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Because some stories don't stay buried. They just wait for someone brave enough to look closer.